Welcome to RLL Stories. In today's lesson, Lily will talk about her trip to the movies with her boyfriend Max. You will learn easy words and phrases that people use when they talk about going to the movies. This is a fun way to practice and get better at listening and speaking English. Let's begin. Listen carefully to what happens when going to the cinema. It had been a long week for Lily and her boyfriend Max, and they both needed a break. Luckily, it was Friday night, and they had planned a perfect date, a night at the movies. Max loved organizing surprises, so he called Lily earlier that day to ask if she was up for a film. Lily instantly said yes. There was something magical about going to the cinema together. It wasn't just about the movie, but the shared experience of it all. They arrived at the cinema as the sun was setting, the sky painted in shades of pink and orange. The theater was glowing with bright lights, and the streets around it were filled with people bustling about, excited for their night ahead. Inside, the atmosphere was lively, but comfortable. The aroma of freshly popped popcorn filled the air, and colorful movie posters lined the walls, promising adventures, laughs, and thrills. Lily and Max scanned the movie listings. There were all sorts of films to choose from. Intense action thrillers, heartwarming dramas, sci-fi epics, and animated comedies. Max grinned and said, "How about that new romantic comedy everyone's talking about?" Lily agreed, knowing they both needed something light and fun. They had always shared a love for comedies that left them laughing until their sides ached. As the line at the box office was long, they opted for the convenience of a ticket kiosk. They could see all the available seats, and Max quickly picked two in the center of the auditorium, perfect for the best view. After purchasing their tickets, they headed to the concession stand. Lily loved movie popcorn, and Max never passed up the chance to grab a large Coke. With their snacks in hand, they entered the cinema. The theater was a cozy space with plush seats and dim lighting, just enough to feel intimate, but still vibrant with excitement from other moviegoers. Lily settled into her seat, placing her drink in the cup holder and silencing her phone. As the lights dimmed, the previews started, showcasing trailers of upcoming films. Each one sparked a new conversation between them about what they would watch next. Finally, the movie began, and from the first scene, they were laughing. The storyline was full of witty dialogue, heartwarming moments, and hilarious misunderstandings. Every now and then, Lily glanced at Max, smiling at how much he was enjoying himself. They had a way of getting completely absorbed in the story, as if the outside world didn't exist for those couple of hours. As the film wrapped up with a happy ending, the lights gradually came back on. Lily and Max gathered their things and walked out, still chuckling at some of the funniest parts. They wandered through the lobby, admiring the posters for future movies. Max pointed to one and said, "That looks good for our next date." Lily smiled, knowing that there would be many more movie nights ahead. On their way out, they stepped into the cool evening air, the hustle and bustle of the city continuing around them. But for Lily and Max, the night felt peaceful. The movie had done its job. It made them laugh, helped them unwind, and brought them closer together. As they walked to their car, Max took Lily's hand and said, "I had a great time tonight." Lily squeezed his hand in return. "Me too," she replied. They both knew that it wasn't just the movie that made the night special. It was being with each other, sharing simple moments and creating memories that would last long after the credits had rolled. Interesting vocabulary. Before we start talking, let's learn some new words from our story. 1. Magical. Explanation. Something that feels enchanting or special, often creating a sense of wonder. Example. The evening had a magical quality, with the sky glowing in shades of pink and orange. 2. Experience. The knowledge or enjoyment gained through being involved in something. Example. Going to the cinema was more about the shared experience than just watching the movie. 3. Atmosphere. The mood or feeling in a particular place or situation. Example: the atmosphere in the cinema was lively, with people chatting and excited for the night ahead. 4. Bustling, full of busy activity or movement. Example: the streets around the cinema were bustling with people eager to enjoy their evening. 5. Thriller, explanation. A type of story or film that is suspenseful and full of excitement. Example: they considered watching an action thriller but opted for a romantic comedy instead. 6. Kiosk. Explanation: mall standalone machine or structure where you can buy or access something, such as tickets. Example: since the line was long, they bought their tickets from a convenient kiosk. 7. Concession. Explanation: a stand or area in a public place, especially in theaters or stadiums, where food and drinks are sold. Example: they stopped by the concession stand to buy popcorn and drinks before the movie. 8. Plush. Explanation: soft, comfortable, and luxurious. Example: the theater had plush seats that made the experience even more enjoyable. 9. Witty. Clever and funny in a smart way. The romantic comedy was full of witty dialogue that kept them laughing. 10. Absorbed. Explanation: fully focused on or deeply involved in something. Example: they were so absorbed in the movie that they forgot about everything else around them. 11. Intimate. Explanation: private, personal, and comfortable, close or familiar. Example: the dim lighting in the theater created an intimate setting for the couple. 12. Hustle and bustle. The busy movement and noise of a place, especially in a city. Example: despite the hustle and bustle of the city around them, Lily and Max felt peaceful as they left the cinema. Now it's time to practice. Lily and her boyfriend Max had a busy week, and they needed a break. It was Friday night, and they planned a fun date, a trip to the movies. Max loved surprises, so he called Lily earlier and asked, "Do you want to see a movie?" Lily said yes right away. She loved going to the cinema because it was always a fun time together, not just about the movie. When they arrived at the cinema, the sky was a beautiful pink and orange as the sun set. The theater lights were bright, and the streets were full of happy people excited for their night. Inside, the smell of fresh popcorn filled the air, and there were colorful movie posters all around. Lily and Max looked at all the movie choices. There were action movies, funny comedies, exciting space adventures, and more. Max smiled and said, "How about the new romantic comedy?" Lily agreed because they both loved funny movies. Instead of waiting in a long line, they used a ticket machine to get their seats. Max picked 2 perfect ones right in the middle. Then they got snacks. Lily loved popcorn, and Max grabbed a big soda. They went into the theater, which had comfy chairs and soft lighting, making it feel nice and cozy. Lily sat down, put her phone on silent, and got ready for the movie. The movie started, and it was full of funny jokes and sweet moments. Lily and Max laughed a lot. Every now and then, Lily would look at Max and smile because he was having such a good time. They were both really into the story, and for those few hours, it felt like nothing else mattered. When the movie ended, the lights slowly came back on. Lily and Max got up, still laughing about the funny parts. They walked out of the theater, looking at posters for new movies. Max pointed to one and said, "Maybe we can watch that next time." Lily smiled, knowing they would have more fun movie nights together. As they stepped outside into the cool night air, the city was still busy, but for Lily and Max, it was peaceful. The movie had made them laugh and feel happy. Holding hands, Max said, "I had a great time tonight." Lily squeezed his hand and said, "Me too." They both knew that the best part wasn't just the movie, it was spending time together and making memories. Listen to the story one more time. Lily and her boyfriend Max were both really tired after a long week. They needed some fun, and it was Friday night, so they decided to go to the movies. Max liked surprises, so he called Lily earlier to ask if she wanted to see a movie. Lily said yes right away. They both loved going to the cinema together. It wasn't just about watching a movie, but spending time together. When they got to the cinema, the sky was a beautiful pink and orange. The theater was bright with lights, and lots of people were excited for their night out. Inside, the smell of popcorn filled the air, and colorful movie posters covered the walls, showing different movies to choose from. Lily and Max looked at the list of movies. There were action films, funny movies, and even cartoons. Max smiled and said, "How about the new romantic comedy everyone's talking about?" Lily agreed. They both needed something funny and happy to watch. Instead of waiting in a long line, they used a machine to get their tickets. Max picked 2 seats in the middle of the cinema for the best view. Then they went to get snacks. Lily loved popcorn, and Max got a large soda. With snacks in hand, they found their seats inside the cozy theater. The room was comfy, with soft chairs and dim lights. Lily put her drink in the cup holder and turned off her phone. Soon, the lights went down, and the previews for other movies started. Lily and Max whispered about which ones they might watch next. Finally, the movie began, and they started laughing right away. The movie was full of jokes, sweet moments, and funny mix-ups. Every now and then, Lily looked at Max, happy to see him enjoying the movie. For those 2 hours, it felt like the world outside didn't matter. When the movie ended with a happy ending, the lights came back on. Lily and Max grabbed their things and walked out, still laughing at the funniest parts. As they left, Max pointed to another movie poster and said, "Let's see that one next time." Lily smiled because she knew there would be more fun movie nights ahead. Outside, the air was cool and the city was still busy, but for Lily and Max, everything felt calm and peaceful. The movie had made them happy, helped them relax, and brought them closer. As they walked to the car, Max took Lily's hand and said, "I had a great time tonight." Lily smiled and squeezed his hand. "Me too," she said. It wasn't just the movie that made the night special. It was spending time together and making memories. Great job today. Keep up the awesome work. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fun English lessons. Happy learning, and see you soon.